So I really like this spot. Welcome back to Input Fishing, by the way. It doesn't have that much to do with the fishing. It has more to do with that rooster. A little bit to do with the sound of the train. Sometimes it's nice here. But really, it's a combination of a bunch of things, including the fishing. But again, not really. It's not about the fishing, why I like to come here. A lot of people think it is, though, but it's not. It's this rooster, the fact that the chickens sometimes come over into this area where I fish. Yeah, it's the train. But really, it's right over there. This camera's not doing it justice. Well, if what I see sometimes was over there right now, it wouldn't be doing that justice. Over that way, there's a fence. And on the other side of that fence is federal property. It's a Navy base, right? And you've got this line of really thick woods that goes around a lot of the perimeter of the base, not the entire perimeter, but a lot of it. And then the backside of the base has a lot of wooded area, right? So the base is like absolutely loaded with deer in that perimeter, right? Follow me? I don't know about hogs, but there are feral hogs off deep going that way. Probably on the base, but I've never heard about them being on the base, but maybe they are. It's not like we're in Texas, right? Not yet. The feral hog problem here is not off the chain, or off the hoof, if you like puns. The crazy deer population that you might be used to on the East Coast, it's not quite like that here either, right? Like in Pennsylvania and some areas where it's just so much suburb you can't hunt. But trust me, you might see a day soon where it's like that, or it's turning into that, because it's definitely turning into that right now. We have a lot of wildness around us, kind of protected by this or that factor, right? Yeah, sometimes early in the morning sitting here, you'll see the deer feeding on off the fence line, very timidly, but they have been seen. I've seen them. Lots of barred owls and coyotes over there as well. There's a lot of nature over there. But let's see what's right down there. A little bit of red worm, ice fishing rod, tied up with a drop shot, size 6 Aberdeen. I think I have 4-pound test on here. Got a little bit of dried worm left on here from the last time I was here. Yeah, last time I was here, you could feel hot air coming up from down there. It was actually a fairly cool night. I haven't slept yet, by the way. I've been awake all night. I did wake up yesterday at 4 p.m. so I'm not too stretched yet, but I feel like stretching a rooster's neck because he won't stop. This is probably going to be totally a red worm session, a live bait session just with the worm. I did bring stuff in case I want to change my mind if I want to try jigs. I'll just retie. But yeah, if you're thinking that I'm here to get bait, you are correct. We'll see what else happens. I don't need a lot of bait. My plan is to make this short and sweet because I haven't slept. And I happen to be quite tired. I would like to sleep, but I would like to wake up with some bait so I can go do something else rather than trying to catch bait in the middle of the night. Doesn't always work out, but we got something nice coming up. We got some kind of issue with the line. What's going on with the line? Ooh. Ooh. There you go. There's some nice ones down there. So I started this session just before sunrise, and I don't think we're quite there yet. That's why the rooster is just going on and on. But of course, you know, it's a suburb. There's a lot of light pollution, so the rooster does this all day, sometimes in the middle of the night. Sometimes roosters can act a bit neurotic in this kind of environment where there's like too much light. Let's see if we get another one. Yeah, when I come here, sometimes I can achieve full on, I feel like I'm back out in the country kind of feeling, right? Pretend like I'm out in the country. Back out in the country. I like being in the country. I think maybe 20 years ago, or maybe a little more, this felt more like the country than it does now. I'm getting hit repeatedly. There we go, finally. Oh no. Very interesting. Wonder if he took my bait. So many hits right there in a row. Could just be that I just got fully decimated. He's coming back, getting hits again. Gotcha. Well, he played with me for a second. There you go, look at that. Bluegill this time. So I think with the first two, technically it's enough bait for what I want to do. But I don't want to stop fishing. I don't know if I'm gonna keep anymore. Maybe a third just for prosperity. Ah. Gotcha. Ooh, a lot of nice fighters down there this morning. And a lot of little ones too. Well, I feel a lot of little tiny timid bites. There we go. I'll keep that one as well. So I think 3 is good for what I want to do. Back down there. Recently I ran into a subscriber at McDonald's when I was walking my dogs. Boom. Oh. Missed him. Oh. He asked, well, let me start from the beginning. Here comes a fish. Whoa, feels kind of heavy. He's swinging wildly. There you go. Oh my goodness. That's down in there deep. Let's see if I can get this out without nicking the, yeah, this will come out just fine. Can I have the worm though? I know it's kind of a bump deal, right? I caught you. I should at least feed you, right? Well, it doesn't always work that way. So I was over there walking the dogs. It was late. I think he was picking up someone from there, someone who was working there, right? Place was about to close, or they were in the process of closing. Parking lot was still lit up like an airport. And I'm walking along there on the grassy perimeter of McDonald's. Dogs like to go over there, make deposits. It's about what, you know, it's pretty fitting for McDonald's these days. You know, take your dogs over there to take a big shit, because a lot of the food these days coming out of McDonald's a lot of times looks like dog shit, right? But that's just where this is a quick place for the dogs to go make a deposit, right? They like it. Grass is always cut. Sometimes there's garbage. So we're walking along there, and I see this guy staring at me. You know, and I get stared at often. Sometimes it's by people who think they recognize me from the YouTube channel, from this channel, or the other channel, or the other channel. Sometimes they're just being rude, staring at me for no good reason, right? They think I'm strange looking person walking dogs. Sometimes they think the dogs are our front, and I'm like up to no good, and I'm using the dogs as cover because they're not used to seeing people walking their dogs. Oh, here we go. No, we don't. So the way I combat it when people are staring at me, I'm super friendly. That's how I do it, right? Boom. There we go. Nope. You're just toying with me down there. So I'll wave. And I'll say, hey, how's it going? And that usually breaks the ice, right? Or makes them avert their eyes. Boom. There you go. There you go. You got serious that time. And he goes, are you the guy from YouTube? And of course I said yes, because I am a guy from YouTube. I was just assuming that I'm the correct one, right? and it just so happens that I was the correct one. He said he likes my channel. And sometimes I'm curious as to why. Usually I am, right? Sometimes I ask, sometimes I don't. And this time I asked, what do you like about it? What do you like about it? And he said something pretty cool, pretty nice. He said, I like that you don't care where you go fishing at. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Sometimes I care. Sometimes I don't, but what is that about, right? Caring about where you're going fishing. Like, there's people, when I ask, hey, do you want to go fishing here? And then they don't. So yes, there are people who care about where they go fishing, like they want to go somewhere special, right? There's that. I think that's what that what that is about. There are people who don't go fishing that much because all the stuff around them they don't consider special. Therefore, they don't fish very often. I like fishing in special places, but sometimes we can't always go to special places. Sometimes we have to see unlikely places as special places, or see something in that spot that other people don't, something that is important to us. For some people, it's all about catching, right? And it's got to be the biggest thing, and they got to get a lot of them. And if they don't get the biggest thing and they don't get a lot, it's this scenario. It went from this to that, right? They just make that shit up. Take this spot, for instance. I'm really digging it this morning. The neurotic rooster, the sun coming up, the woods back there. Train sounds to start. Pretty cool. Cool way to start this. Here pretty soon, it's gonna be all over. It's gonna get kind of warm. It's actually humid, and maybe more people will wake up, and the tranquility will be kind of burnt out a little bit for the rest of the day, maybe till sunset. And definitely the bite's not gonna go all day, is it? I don't feel like sitting here all day. But it goes a long ways to chill me out, right? I'm doing what I love with the ambience that I love, right? Kind of like I'm back in Texas, but I'm not quite back yet. Not quite back yet, but what do we got here? Oh, my goodness. You know what I'm surprised about? Have not hit a cichlid yet. Oh, whoa, buddy. A little prickly. Oh. There we go. Probably just jinxed the shit out of myself by saying that. Probably next fish coming up is going to be a cichlid. It's not a cichlid. Good. Things are going my way then. Yeah, you're right. Oh, he found his way. Finally, one of them smart. I'm gonna drop this down there one more time, and then I'm gonna go back to the dogs. Really like this Fenwick rod, so sensitive. It's actually made for panfish. You know, all the years that I've been fishing this spot, occasionally saying hi to the people who have those chickens, and maybe like a short conversation. I've never been offered eggs, nor have I asked. And I was thinking about it, not necessarily thinking about their eggs last night. I was talking to my friend Billy, who runs Last Cast Bait and Tackle, and I was asking about honor boxes. not just for eggs, but other things. And I was talking, we were talking about that kind of thing, farm stuff, cottage industry stuff. I was talking about sources for eggs. And I thought of these people, and I remembered how I've never been offered eggs. And I looked at my cupboard and I saw this plastic egg carton that I've had, and I was like, I've been having that for years. It's for camping, for taking eggs camping. You could take a dozen. I've been having that thing for years, and I've not put eggs in it yet. And I almost brought it with me this morning, but I forgot it at the last minute. If I saw them, I'd be like, I don't know if they would trade some of the fish coming out of the drain for eggs. But if they have a lot of hens, they gotta be producing more eggs a day than they can eat. What are they doing with the eggs, right? Probably giving them to neighbors if they're so lucky. This is a suburb, right? There's plenty of people around here who have a country state of mind, right? Very friendly, down to earth. They know what a gagutsa is, even if you pronounce it kakuza, right? They know, they see what you're growing in the yard, and they know the difference between merlaton and gagutsa. Some don't, but a lot do, right? And they're not gonna turn you down when you offer them one, right? You could knock on their door and say, hey, you want some speckled trout? And they're not gonna ask you to cut them for you, right? They're not gonna bitch like they're not filleted yet, because you know why you're knocking on your neighbor's door to give them speckled trout, right? Because you don't want to cut all those fish. That's why. So yes, there are people like that here still, but there are far more people these days who don't even know what merlaton are, let alone gagutsa. And you're never like it. Good luck trying to give them the speckled trout you don't want to cut, because they don't know how to cut fish 9 times out of 10. And they definitely think it's weird that you're growing food and trying to give it to them for free or give them free fish. They think you're trying to poison them, like there must be something wrong with those fish or with those vegetables, like the soil. They don't trust your soil. They think everything's contaminated, right? They're so used to buying everything from the store, they can't wrap their head around the fact that you could grow your own and catch your own, right? They think it's dangerous or whatever, or like they shouldn't trust it. It's just, yeah. Good luck. Oh, come on, fish. I was thinking those eggs over there from them chickens gotta be tasting good, because you're always seeing them hens, especially the big white ones, coming over the fence, and they're feeding off this grass and other things, right? I don't know what else, what kind of, maybe they're throwing them scratch over there, but a lot of them chickens are eating grass. And if they're eating grass, a lot of it, that's gonna make the yolk really thick and bright orange, right? It's not gonna be all dingy and pale like some of the eggs from the grocery store, except for like the brown ones and the free range and the organic ones. Those are gonna be good. But the ones that used to be ultra cheap and then they were ultra expensive and now the prices are coming down, you know what I mean? The battery raised ones were it's like thousands and thousands of chickens in little cages in warehouses. Oh, there we go. Stay on, because I want to go home. There we go. No cichlids this morning. Yeah, you're right. And we got bait. Pretty chill. Good conversation. Yeah, you're right. Mixed bag of fish, but no invasive species. Yeah, you're right. I think I'll strip this hook myself. Drop that down in there. Little parting gift this morning. And there we go. I was really hoping to see some deer over there this morning. I have seen them early in the morning around sunrise and sunset. I've actually seen quite a few more around sunset over there. Yep. Well, I am definitely ready to leave the neurotic rooster who won't shut up, the broken record rooster. Really, I don't have a problem with him, but I gotta point out he just keeps going, right? But yeah, it's time to leave him here, head on back out to the house. Yeah, you're right. I tell you what, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for being a member of the channel, sharing, commenting. Yeah, you right. And I will see y'all next time.